Hey guys, what's going on? Tua Cruz here, checking in with
Tường des.
We finally made it back to our home here in Da Nang, and most importantly, we made it back home with our road bikes. So very excited to go on my first road bike ride in forever, like almost a year. We've also got Tuing's road bike over here. So before we start our ride, I'll show you a quick little tour of our apartment here. We've already made a full video, but it's been a while since I've been here, so I'm pretty excited. Nothing really new here. This is our lovely kitchen. We've been spending the day cleaning. We got here late last night. We took the 12-hour train and we got here late last night. We've been cleaning like all day today, or all morning. And so getting rid of some old food. We got our water here, our fridge, which has been off forever, our shoe rack, and we got a few souvenirs here that I brought back from the US. Tuing really likes hot tamales. We got some Pop-Tarts, some granola bars, and Tuing's favorite.
Yeah, my favorite. Yaki.
Beef jerky.
Yaki.
Jerky.
Yaki.
Not Jackie, jerky.
Yucky.
Jerky. Yeah, Tuing struggles with the sounds. And it's still a little bit messy. We've been getting everything organized, trying to like charge all of our devices and finding different things. Here's our work desk and my road bike, our folding bike. We brought one of our Mobot folding bikes back to the US because we'll be moving there later and I want to be able to bring as many bikes as possible. So unfortunately, we only have one folding bike here right now. We gave one of our other folding bikes to our niece who needed a bike to get to school. So we're down a few bikes right now. And I was very worried when I got back here. I was very excited because the first thing I wanted to do was go for a ride on my road bike. But I took off my saddle when I came to the US to bring it with me. And there's this other little piece here, the bottom of the saddle, and I couldn't find it. I was looking forever, all morning, trying to find that part, and I was very worried we wouldn't be able to go on a ride together. Like worst case scenario, I'd just take it off of Tuing's bike and we'd ride separately. But finally, after like 3-4 hours of like scouring every single corner of the apartment, we finally found it. My tires were completely flat. This bike has been sitting here since last June, which is the last time I rode this and last time I rode a road bike. So very, very excited to go out on today's ride. So let's go ahead and get started.
Let's go.
It's actually a very, very beautiful day outside. And I've been in Vietnam for about 3 weeks now. We spent 1 week in Hanoi. We spent 2 weeks in Tuing's hometown. And that whole time, like, we haven't seen too much sunlight. Especially in Hanoi, like the pollution's really bad there. We can't see very much, but in our hometown we had a few sunny days, but it's nothing compared to here in Da Nang. Like beautiful sunny day today and really windy as usual. You can see the trees and everything. And we're gonna be going riding by the ocean. It's gonna be even more windy over there. So let's go ahead and get started.
Let's go.
Bye-bye. I'm definitely not used to using my road pedals right now, and I'm also definitely not used to riding in this traffic, but you know what they say about riding a bike? You never forget. So I'm sure it'll come back really quick. My first impression getting on the road bike is this saddle is very high. Everything feels kind of uncomfortable yet familiar at the same time. I've spent like tons and tons of kilometers, hours on this bike, especially here on these roads, but it's been a good almost year since I've been on this bike on this exact position, so I'm sure it'll come back pretty quick. I did do a few bike rides when I was in the US, a few e-bike rides, a few gravel bike rides, so it's not like I haven't completely not been riding, but definitely for the last half year, about 6 months, I've only really done like one ride. So it's really weird. This is definitely the most out of shape I've been on the bike in a long time. But I have been working out in a sense, doing all the work on our house in the US. I've been doing like 12-hour physical labor days every day. So I have a certain level of fitness, but it's different. It's upper body muscle. It's kind of funny, my weight didn't really change much when I was in the US, but I can definitely tell a lot of my muscle has gone from my legs to my upper body. My legs are a lot smaller and my upper body is a lot bigger. One funny story is my wedding ring actually doesn't fit my finger anymore because I gained so much mass in my fingers and upper body that it just doesn't fit. So I had to keep my wedding ring in my wallet just because it wouldn't fit on my finger anymore. Hopefully that'll change now that I'm not doing any physical labor, upper body work anymore. So hopefully my fingers will go back to their normal size and then I can wear my wedding ring again and Tung won't be too upset. So we're approaching the beach. My first view of the ocean since coming back. This is one of the best things about living here in Da Nang is you get some of the best views while cycling in any part of Vietnam. And there's a lot of really good quality roads here. This pavement for the most part is very smooth, very nice. A lot of very nice roads here in Da Nang. Oh wow, there's a big ship out there right now. And a lot of those rental bikes everywhere. We'll stop at the next sort of beach park area. There's a lot of them along this stretch, but wow. This is just a very nostalgic view. Like, I feel like I've come home and we've lived in Da Nang long enough now that it feels like home coming back here. Definitely my favorite part in Vietnam. That's probably another video I'll make, just comparing the different cities, the different places here in Vietnam and why Da Nang is our favorite. But I love this stretch because this stretch is like how we start most of our rides where we're going north. And it's very nice. We got all these wide roads. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 lanes here. Very little traffic. So we mostly get the right lane to ourselves, minus a few crazies, but once you learn how to dodge them and your ears are aware, it's very easy to navigate. So, I mean, I've been in the US for the last half year and I just came back here to Vietnam and it's like I never left. A lot of it is just instinct, it's just come back. And it's also a lot easier riding here compared to when we were in Hanoi. We were just walking in Hanoi and it was crazy. I do not like Hanoi at all. And I'm very happy to be back here. So this is a nice place. We'll turn up here, show you guys the beach. Oh God, I miss these views. It's beautiful here. Let's see, do I still got some skills? Oh yeah. Tung has to get off. So they always have some different decorations here. So they got the Lunar New Year decorations here. Happy New Year, Da Nang Beach. And it's the year of the dragon. So lots of people having babies this year because they want to have a dragon baby. Tung's brother is also planning on having a new baby this year. Check this view out. Beautiful. It's actually pretty cloudy today, but this is like the best time of the year to be in Da Nang, from probably about January, February until April. It's a lot cooler weather compared to usual. It's actually pretty warm today. It's about 30 degrees Celsius and we're cycling midday around noon. Later in the summer, you can't cycle this time of day. It's just insanely hot, but I love this time of day because you can get some work done in the morning and then you can go for a nice early afternoon bike ride. It's my favorite time to ride because I like to get some work done in the morning first, then ride, then get some more work after. If I go for an early ride, like a hard ride in the morning, I can't do anything the rest of the day. Yeah, beautiful. There's a huge ship out there right now. Some big waves. Excited to head in the ocean one day, but this is where we're heading today. We're going to Son Tra Peninsula, one of the standard rides here, right in the city. A beautiful hour and a half ride if you do the full thing. Lots of rolling hills. So we're gonna head over that way. How do you feel, Tung? Being on the bike first time in 1 month for you?
Yeah, 1 month for me.
Yeah, easy?
No.
No, you're tired?
I'm very heavy.
Yeah, you gained 3 kilograms. Yeah.
And both of us is weak.
Weak?
Weak now.
Yeah, we're very weak now. But it's okay. We'll get back our fitness pretty soon, hopefully.
Yep.
All right, let's get back on the road. We're approaching the entrance for the Sontra Peninsula Intercom route. Always love this view, leaving the city, coming back. You just get all the city skyline in the background. It's very beautiful, especially at night. It's only about a 6-kilometer ride out here from the city, but today it's been a straight headwind the whole way out here, so even though we haven't been going very hard, I'm already kind of a little tired. But part of the reason for that is because I'm not used to just sitting in the same position right now. So we got a few rollers right here, some up downs. I think this will be a little better for me because that way you can change your position, get out of the saddle like this. And I think when I don't have very good cycling fitness, I tend to do a little better with the out of the saddle position because I can use my full body, use my upper body a little bit. I also feel like I'm cheating right now because I still got my race wheels and nicer tires installed on my bike right now, whereas Tung still has her like training wheels with the heavier tires. I'll switch back, but I need to get some tools. I don't have everything. I need to change them right now. So I'm on the Elite wheels right now, and these wheels are just crazy fast. I was using these for some KOM hunting for my last few rides before I left last year, back when I was in pretty good shape. So it'll be a while before we start KOM hunting again. We're gonna be doing a lot of Zone 1, Zone 2 rides. I've actually got my power meter on right now. We've mostly been riding like 100, 150, 200 watts, somewhere in that range. So I think I'll still be okay for the Zone 1, Zone 2 range for a while. But I'm very excited to be back here, start doing a regular riding schedule again. I've realized this like since going back to the US. I never really rode my road bike in the US. And I always just used road biking as like for racing. That was the only time I ever rode my road bike in the US, especially where I live. Maybe in different areas like California, North Carolina, where there's good mountain roads, it's fun to ride a road bike. But where I'm from in Michigan, road bike is just horrible. The roads are in bad condition, the drivers are very bad, and it's just not very safe. And it's also it's not very scenic. It's just the same boring roads and dangerous. But it's very good for like dirt riding, dirt roads, gravel roads, trails, 2-track. And it's very good for gravel bike riding, cyclocross bike riding, and mountain bike riding. So that's what I'm mostly looking forward to doing once we're back in the US. And it's really only since I moved to Asia, like Japan especially, and even here in Da Nang, where I actually prefer road biking because there's just so many good roads, so many good mountains, and the road bike is the way to do that. A gravel bike would be here, like pretty good here too, because there are some rough roads every once in a while, but especially here in Da Nang, the roads are a lot better, a lot more modern, but in rougher areas like Tung's hometown, the gravel bike would be better. But yeah, I never really appreciated the road bike until I moved here. Back when I was racing seriously, I did all my training, my speed work on the track bike, on the velodrome, all my endurance ride on the mountain bike, and then most of my racing was on the road bike because that's where all the money was, all the sponsorship was, and the prize money. So you couldn't really make money entering mountain bike races, unfortunately. And that was something that really shocked me when I went back home to Michigan this last summer. I was trying to look for local races just to go and watch and spectate, and there were almost no mountain bike races anymore, which is very sad for me to hear because like that's what I grew up on. I used to love like doing the weekly mountain bike races. That's what helped me develop. And it's just sad to see there's very few mountain bike races. Let me know in the comments if this is the same like where you live. Is there a lot less mountain biking now compared to the past? And this is one thing I really missed here. These downhills on these rollers. I love this course. It's perfect for me. Just little short punchy climbs. A lot of fun downhills, rollers. It's a blast. And you get some amazing views on this trail. So that was the first little roller climb. We're starting the second one now. We should see Lady Buddha up here pretty soon. But yeah, I love it. These roads are so good for cycling, even though like sometimes this road does get very busy because it's a tourist attraction. There's sometimes like some holiday periods you don't want to come here, but for the most part, most weekdays, especially this time of day. There's no one here. There's Lady Buddha. Oh, it's been a while. But yeah, there's a nice wide shoulder here. There's always people riding bikes here, no matter what time of the day. You'll always run into other cyclists, other casual riders, a lot of tourists riding. How's your first climb, Tung?
I'm tired.
Easy?
No.
No?
But it's so heavy.
I feel heavy. Yeah, me too. I gotta get my muscle back in my legs, get them out of my heavy upper body. That's one thing I really dislike about cycling. I like to have like an overall good fitness and I like to have a strong upper body, but it's a huge weakness in cycling, especially when you're doing a lot of climbing. It's all right if you're just doing crits and velodrome racing where you're not going uphill very much. It doesn't matter so much, but if you're going for uphill segments, oh, it matters a lot. I've always been a little bit heavier compared to a lot of my like teammates and rivals. So I've always struggled on the climbs and had to work to lose weight, but I don't like to push it too far. I'd rather enjoy my life and enjoy eating the foods that I like than like restrict myself to a crazy diet just to perform a little better on some climbs. To me, it's not worth it. So I try to do the best I can within my restraints. So yeah, there's a few buses like that here, but we got this nice wide shoulder still. You just gotta hold your breath when they pass by because those buses carry some nasty fumes. So we're mostly done with the second climb now. And after the second climb, you get a really nice view. This is a very popular spot for photos, especially at sunset time. They're always doing wedding photos here. There's always a lot of people stopped here, so it's actually very dangerous. Oh, you got a little monkey over there. Not too many people here this time of day. That's the other reason why this time of year is awesome, because if you can ride midday when there's no traffic, it's just so much safer. This part gets really chaotic. There's just people all over the road and then cars trying to speed by. So it can be very dangerous. I love it. All these colors. Coming from Michigan right now in the winter, where it's just like white and gray. It's beautiful when there's snow, but when the snow melts and it's just gray, it's very depressing. I was very excited to get out of Michigan in the winter and come back here with all these vibrant greens, the vibrant blues of the ocean. It's just so beautiful here. The warm weather's not too bad. It's pretty hot, I will admit. I'm feeling very hot right now, but it's a bearable kind of hot, especially with the wind. Woo! Heavy. Yeah, we used to just fly over these rollers like it was nothing. We got a lot of work to do. Yeah, these downhills are an absolute blast, especially coming back from the last big climb. It is so much fun. That's the other great thing about living in Da Nang, is you just have such an amazing cycling route within 5 kilometers of the center of the city. And there's even more like great riding options nearby. We're currently on the biggest climb of today's ride, Huang Sa climb, Chung's favorite climb. Actually, Chung holds the QOM on this climb, back from a different day when she was very, very strong. And ironically, I also hold the KOM of this climb from another time. So we're a long ways off from those days. This is a nice solid, like 4-5 minute climb, depending on how hard you go. And pretty nice and steady. You get some amazing views at the top. It's actually easy to get distracted while you're climbing because you just turn over your shoulder and look at that, you got those awesome views. Coming down this especially is really, really nice. But yeah, we're just in our easiest gear right now, just spinning, slowly getting that endurance back. There's actually one cruel part on this climb, about 600 meters to go. It sort of has this like false flat area where it like levels out a little bit and you think you're done, but then it kicks into hard gear again. right after that. It's actually a little bit cloudy today, so you can't see too far. Most days you can see really far. You can see the warning sign here. We got 10% for the next 200 meters, so this is where it kicks up again right before the finish. Tung's favorite part. Here we are at the top. Look at that beautiful water down there. So actually, while that's the end of that main climb, there's actually another like little mini climb here. You got to descend a little bit and then you climb a little bit more, and then that's the actual like full loop. Sometimes you can just turn around there, but I like to do the full thing because this just gives you a little bit extra climbing, and the views are actually also really nice over here. You need to be careful on this descent though, because there are some falling boulders sometimes on the other side of the road, and lots of people taking pictures just getting in the middle of the road. So you can rocket down this, but I like to take it nice and safe. Yeah, you let go of the brakes, you just fly. But ideally you want to keep up as much of your momentum as possible for this last little climb here. You got the wall of monkeys. There's actually usually a lot of monkeys right up here.
I'm shocked. I'm so shocked.
Here's a good place to stop and get some photos. Lots of people come over here, have little picnics. Very beautiful spot. Just check that out. I'm gonna switch to the other camera because GoPro will not do it justice. So here we are on the different camera. How does it look? Any different? GoPro is good for riding, but for just showing the beauty, it's nice to have a more in focus kind of camera. No one out today actually, it's crazy. So we get the whole place to ourselves. Tung's a little tired. But the way back is more downhill, so it's very easy to go back. And we should have a nice tailwind getting back in the city. But yeah, it feels amazing to be back here in Da Nang, doing these awesome rides again, back together with Tung on the road bikes. And yeah, I'm so excited to be just riding again every day, getting back in shape. And we're gonna finish up this video here, but before we go, let us know if there's any videos you want to see in the future, any topics you want us to discuss. You can also help support future videos of this channel, get early access to videos by checking out our Patreon page down below. For now though, we're gonna enjoy the rest of our ride, but thanks as always for watching guys, and we'll see you next time here on Two Wheel Cruise.